All right, so we're back in the hot box. It's only like 110 in here today, so we're gonna try and make some progress. A buddy of mine, local, like no time, no prep racer, dropped off an engine of his he had some issues with. It's a built Coyote, sleeved, had supposedly the best of everything, and let go catastrophically at like 8,000 RPM. So what we found, let's move you out of the way. What we found really quickly was the timing chain is broke on the passenger bank, and he has a bunch of broke followers. So something catastrophic happened, and that's what we're going to find out. What we can fix, what we can save, what is still good, what isn't still good. And since we haven't done any engine videos in a whole, while, we'll go ahead and do some of them today. Like I said, I don't really do a lot of engine work anymore. It seems like I do, but typically I don't, just for the sheer fact of it's such a pain in the butt to get machine work done anymore. So typically I don't really do engine work, but we're gonna today. Let's see what we got there. And you gotta love 12 points. I love ARP fasteners, but it would sure be nice if every one of them wasn't always 12 point. I think they make those 18 if I remember right. Nope, guessed wrong. So we got that. And guys, if my GoPro heats up and shuts down, it's just gonna be a thing today. They said the crank still moved. It does still move. Ooh, that does not sound happy. That didn't sound good at all. So sometimes you can get by just by doing this. Or running an impact. Let's see, other options. I usually use a belt and wrap around and dab beside it, but I don't really have any right now. So let's see what else we got. They said all the bolts were super Loctite, super tight. And it supposedly had the best of everything, and I don't want to name names as of yet, but I'm expecting some carnage. So what I like to do is stick these bolts back in there and push against them, being as they cut out for it, versus pushing against the threads on the crank. Everybody has their own way. That's how I do it. Doesn't mean that's how you have to do it. That's how I do it. And I don't understand why, in this modern era that we live in, that people still use standard fasteners. There's nothing more that I hate than having to switch back and forth. That's an odd one. So why is that? Sensing a pattern here. Oh, the other thing. It actually broke the cam cap, but I guess that's a common thing. He was telling me that they see that on a lot of coyotes. I guess he said it's almost like a maintenance deal now, to where it happens so often that people look for it on teardowns. So that's kind of interesting. If that's something you truly have to watch out for on these. I hadn't heard of it, but you know, I can 100% believe it's a thing. So I remember to save these for that. Now to find out what the hell thread size this thing is. Looks like 3/8 16 thread. So let's find a semi-matching set. Semi-matching. Two, three. Good enough. This guy's got to come out. That guy's got to go in. Let's put that guy in. Let's put this guy up here so we remember it. I think that's 1/2 inch. All right, 1/2 inch. It was 1/2 inch. Now it's going to be a 13. There we go. Sometimes these balancers are so unbelievably tight, it's crazy, and other times they pop right off. So find out which Yes, it is. Tight. That thing is tight. These bolts should hold, but man, am I gonna want some longer ones if I got a reef on this thing. Let's try it again. Holy cow. That's not good. That balancer is on there. There she goes. We need a longer bolt. Or a shorter one. Or something just to put down in the hole. There she is. All right, so there is ARP and Molly and all kinds of stuff all over this thing. This has gotta be. All right, let's get some. Let's get some mojo going here. Come on, baby, you got it, you got it. Don't be a quitter. There we go. All right, you, go away. I don't like you anymore. Holy cow. That was more of a struggle than it needed to be. Oh, KD tool still coming in clutch. Can't even talk. All tongue-tangulated. All right, so that thing is done. That's off there. It might seem OCD, but I like to kind of put my tools away as I go. That way I like kind of don't have to chase them around. I don't know, just a thing. So we got that done. We got that done. It looks like millimeter. Hopefully 10. You never know with Ford and their sizes. Give it to stranger. Take this little guy off. You don't need that little guy. Aw. Oops. Don't do that. That little guy? Oh, what a dick. Who does that? Well, it's the bung right there. Guys, when you're building this stuff, think about how you're gonna maintain it in the future. Don't be a dick. Also, I don't like welding AN fittings to pans. I'd much rather see that you weld NPT bung. That way if something ever happens, which it does happen to these, you can replace just that piece and not have a mess where you're trying to replace the whole fitting and gotta cut and weld it off. Just a personal opinion. Again, you don't have to, but sure makes sense. So let's see, once we get these last few bolts out. We can see what's behind door number 1. Now, since someone was a dick and put that right in our way, we'll have to go wrench these out and hope that they come out. Rule number 1 when fabricating, remember, at some point it must come apart for maintenance. Rule number 2, refer to rule number 1. Why did they paint this black? You have a nice aluminum block that's fairly clean, and you painted it black, or parts of it black. Also, who else has a neighbor that mows like 14,000 times a week? The guy's retired, and he like mows his lawn more than anyone I've ever seen. Hey, look, that's how you don't hurt the threads. And no hurting the end of the crank. There we go. So that's out, that's out. Let's take these out, because when we pull on this cover, you know they're gonna fall out. Timing cover bolts. Oh, they pre-warned me. They did right stuff this cover on. They said, and I quote, "If it doesn't seal, right stuff it." So, the timing cover looks good. Oh, yeah, there's some damage. Let's get a light so you guys can see. It did not, however, break the gear. It did rip up that guide. It didn't rip out any of the tensioner guide pins or anything like that. So honestly, I think it just broke the chains, or broke a chain, because this one's not too far out. This is not broken. They didn't come loose. Or did they? Let me get a wrench on these, because they kind of look like they moved. But, no, he's got lines, so the place that did these, they did line them up. So, they do have lines on them, so I don't know. I don't see them moving. Let's get this to TDC. It doesn't really matter at this point, but Still got compression. Alright, the owner wants pictures of... my camera's too hot, so we can't do 4K. The owner wants pictures of this stuff as it comes apart. So, we'll do that. Alright, let's check these bolts. Whatever size they've decided to be. Wonder if it's this size. When you have that random size, you know that nope, they're tight, 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 tight. So those are tight. There is a way we're gonna re-grenade pin these things. I used to do a ton of 4.6 and 5.4 stuff, and I used to have packages and packages of the factory grenade pins. And then I stopped doing it, so they might get the closest fitting Allen wrenches I have. Like you're reasonable. The other one's already loose, so what does it matter? You'll go just fine in there. That is tight. All right, so we'll do this the hard way, because this does not want to go. 10mm it is. Those were not as tight as they should have been, but that's not an issue. Those were not as tight as they should have been. Oh look, parts of the chain. Release the shmoo on that one. And usually there's another thing you can watch, debris will build up in there. So I don't see any debris, which is a good sign. These just got tore up by the chains. That's fine. So this chain did not let go. This gear is still in one piece, so it did not let go. Let's see, do these cams turn? Yeah, the cams turn freely. Let's check the side that broke. No, I won't know that. I mean, if they move a little, that's probably enough. Yeah. So they move. All right. So the good and bad here. Let's start with the bad. Let's get this thing peeled apart. I can't remember what size. It ain't 15. Are they 14 millimeter? And that was the thing I remember about the coyotes now. So when you do these coyotes, you have to pull the cams to get everything apart. So that's a thing. You want to start kind of from the outside and work your way in. I guess it might just be easier to break them all loose. This thing is too slow for this. Come here, the only thing in life you're good for, Snap-on. Maybe it wasn't. So on these, I like to take and do like this as a convenient little holder. And they are numbered and labeled, so you can't really mess this up, but it just makes it easier. And as I'm taking this apart, I'm looking. I don't see any lack of oil. I don't see any lack of lubrication. Nothing that's saying, hey, this is why I broke. Except for this one. This one, she was a quitter. Just a quitter there. That's all right. We all get a little tired sometimes. So we'll take these out. Set them gently aside, because he will be wanting to reuse those. Let's do the other side. You know what? Set these back down. Oh no. Lash adjuster pieces. Look at that. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. Let's go get a magnet so we can pull these apart. That's not good. I am literally having sweat running off me right now. Oh, that's another broken one. That's one. Look at all the needles in there. You. There we go. There we go. We will not be reusing any of these. I won't be reusing them. If he wants to reuse them, that's on him. That's not on me. Oh, look. Another piece. Oh, look. Another piece. Another piece. Another piece. Another piece. So, got those guys out. The junk, garbage, throw them away. Do not reuse. DNR. And knowing that this full well is gonna make a mess on my bench. I just got all the last couple engine messes cleaned up. Oh man, sigh. Let's make more space because when I gotta take this head off. All right, let's go for it. See where we're at. So you always kind of want to start on the outside and work your way in. At least that's how I've always done it. Ooh. Somebody put all the torque on these. Crack it loose. Oh, I forgot to mention, we can see an intake valve stuck in the intake runner. So what we're gonna find is probably pretty catastrophic. Whew, it is too hot. Way too hot for this. Also, I'm having what I call the Canada cough. All that smoke has come down here and it has been kicking my butt. Oh no, forgot to. There's no lack of torque on those. None. They were tight. All right, what do we got? Two, three. To put all this hardware in. Here we go. It's all going to be clean before it can be reused anyway, so let's do that. Find this one, put up here. Let's see what's behind. Door number one. Oh, there's the money shot. That is the money shot. How bad did it do up the chamber? Oh, it hold it. It hold it all day. Whew. But I don't see any blown gaskets. Nope. No blown gaskets, no nothing. It didn't lift the heads. Everything on that end looks great. Just murdered, and I mean murdered that piston. I mean, what the hell did I do with my life? So it's sat with some E85 in it. I can tell that there's some moisture stains. Man. Let me get the rest of it apart and I'll bring you guys back. SOS over here. I'm blinking away. Alright guys, so we got it all apart. I was honestly expecting one of the rods to be bent, especially the cylinder that dropped the valve. However, there was one that was bent, but it wasn't the one that dropped the valve. So all the bearings look good. All the piston skirts look great. No issues there. I'm not sure what happened to this one. The owner did tell me he was blowing out spark at one point, and that could have been a possible culprit of it. I don't know if the tune was a little aggressive or what happened there, but you know, it's one of those things. The main bearings, same way. They all look good. No problems with the clearances on this. This is actually an engine I put together, installed the sleeves and everything like that probably 12 years ago. So it's been around a long time. I had balanced this myself, machined it myself, installed the sleeves, everything like that. So that it's still around and hanging tough at 8,000 RPM and I guess estimated around 15 to 1,800 wheel horse. You could see the one piston where it actually was hitting a little bit on the edge because of the bent rod. That's definitely a cylinder pressure issue. As to why it happened, I don't see any main reason. There's a little bit more wear in the upper rods, but with the kind of boost he was running, the kind of RPMs, nothing catastrophic. So all in all, this thing's held up well. We're gonna fix it and get it back out there so you can keep running. All right guys, thanks for watching. I'll bring you back when we get to our next set of projects, which I think will be a little bit more work on that guy.